Mazda built some of the coolest sports cars ever, but today we're talking about their strangest. A rotary-powered pickup truck. Yep, you've heard that right. Let's dive into the Mazda REPU. If you're new here, I'm Troy, and this channel is all about celebrating awesome vehicles, whether they're full-size, scaled down, or somewhere in between, and the stories behind them. And today we're talking about one of the strangest, coolest, and most overlooked vehicles ever made. The Hot Wheels version of the Mazda REPU, which stands for Rotary Engine Pickup Truck. So I dug up some information on this vehicle and I'm going to go ahead and share that with you now. Of course, I can't remember all this stuff off the top of my head, so I'm going to be using my iPad as an information source here. The Mazda REPU, literally short for Rotary Engine Pickup, was Mazda's attempt in the mid-70s to put its signature rotary engine into a small pickup truck. Instead of the usual piston engine, Mazda dropped a 1.3-liter twin-rotor rotary engine into their light truck platform and sold it exclusively in the United States and Canada from 1974 to 1977. To this day, it remains the only factory-produced pickup truck ever built with a rotary engine, which instantly makes it one of the most unique vehicles in automotive history. Mazda built just over 15,000 REPUs total, and most of them were sold early in the production run. Because of that limited production and because many were used as actual work trucks, finding a clean original example today is becoming increasingly rare. That rarity is exactly why collectors have started paying attention to them. When the Mazda REP was new, it wasn't some expensive niche vehicle. In 1974, the original MSRP was right around $3,500, which put it in line with other compact pickups of that era. What you were paying for wasn't luxury, it was innovation. Mazda was willing to try something no one else would. So what actually makes the rotary engine different? Unlike a traditional piston engine, where pistons move up and down, a rotary engine uses a triangular-shaped rotor that spins inside an oval-shaped housing. As that motor turns, it completes the intake, compression, combustion, and exhaust cycles in a smooth, continuous motion. Because of that design, rotary engines are incredibly compact, lightweight, and smooth. They love to rev, they have fewer moving parts, and they deliver power in a way that feels very different from a normal engine. That's why rotary engines became so famous in cars like the RX-2, RX-3, and later the RX-7, and why putting one into a pickup truck was such a bold move. The downside, rotary engines typically don't make a lot of low-end torque, and they aren't known for great fuel economy, which isn't exactly what most truck buyers are looking for. And that's part of why the REPU was short-lived, but also why it's so special today. Driving a REPU is a completely different experience compared to other trucks of the 1970s. Instead of lugging around with low RPM torque, the REPU encouraged you to rev it out. It felt more like a sporty car with a truck bed than a traditional work truck. For the time, it was surprisingly quick, smooth, and fun, just not necessarily practical for heavy hauling. Today, the Mazda REPU has become a cult classic. Rotary enthusiasts love it because it's weird, truck fans love it because it's different, and collectors love it because nothing else like it was ever built. It's one of those vehicles that represents a moment in time when automakers were willing to take real risks. I personally think that Hot Wheels hit this car out of the park when they designed it. I think this color is really cool. The graphics they put on it are amazing. The detail is really good. And these wheels are really unique. They're not traditional Hot Wheels type of wheels, but I think they're really cool, and I think they fit this truck perfectly, especially with the little white wall tires on them. Yeah, they did a great job on this truck. There's the bed of it, the roof of it. I even love how they painted the roof white. Yeah, they did a great job when they designed this truck and picked the colors and the wheels. Sometimes Hot Wheels and Matchbox don't do the best job of wheels and paint colors and that kind of thing, but on this truck, they did it right. Before we wrap this up, I looked up a few samples or examples of this truck on Bring a Trailer to see what they've been selling for recently. Here's a 39,000 mile 1974 model that sold for $29,750. That was actually just last month. That was in the US. Here's a couple other pictures of it. Only 39,000 miles, that's pretty amazing. There's an interior shot of it. Dashboard, engine. There's the MSRP, sold for $3,679. Here's another one in blue. This is the 1974, sold for $31,000. This one sold back in, let's see, May it looks like, or June. And there's the graphics, the engine, and then there's a white one. This is the 1974 also. This sold a year ago in December for $28,000 in the US. Cars and trucks like this deserve to be seen. If you enjoyed that deep dive into the Mazda REPU by Hot Wheels, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're new here. And if there's any other quirky vehicles or anything interesting that you'd like to see on the channel, please drop it in the comments below. And if you have any memories or stories you'd like to share about a Mazda rotary vehicle, drop those in the comments as well.